Hey guys, Marauder here with another collection update. I haven't done one of these in a while, but I have 10 games here that thought I'd show off and give some recommendations, maybe see some games you're interested in. So hopefully this will be fun. Let's go. First game, I got this off eBay. It's a copy of Steel Empire for the Sega Genesis. Now this might look a little strange, but that's because this was a rental copy from, I have no idea, Naperville Visions and Video. But it's a it's cart only, but it comes with the box. This is actually printed, and this is the manual is also copied, black and white. But it's better than nothing. And to be completely honest, it's kind of fun to see all the little phone numbers and stuff that people stick on the cartridges. The cartridge itself is actually in surprisingly good shape. There was a sticker on the front that just peeled right off because the adhesive had dried out. But this is a great shooter for the Genesis. Very original. Has a very steampunk vibe to it. So if you're interested in that kind of setup, this might be one you want to look into. I really, really like this game. It's difficult, but you know, it's one of those where you really have to memorize the level layouts and what exactly you're doing. So, highly recommend Steel Empire for the Genesis. It's actually a lot of fun. And I only paid, after shipping on eBay, $5 for this. So I was pretty happy with that. Next up is a game for my Wii. This is an Xseed Games release called Fragile Dreams. I don't know much about this game. I just know that it's one of the more highly acclaimed Wii titles, and so when I saw it at a GameStop for, I think I paid about $15 for it, I couldn't put it down. I snatched it right up and bought it. Have not played this yet because of other games in the stack, but this is one that definitely interests me and I should be getting to soon. I have two 3DS games I bought recently as well. The first one being Fire Emblem Awakening for the 3DS, and I have been playing this quite a bit. I think I've played this for about 15 hours now, but the game only says 3 because I keep restarting the missions I lose. I'm terrible at strategy games, but Fire Emblem is a series that I absolutely love. I have the one on the Wii and the one on the Game Boy Advance. All of them are great. This is by far the best one. If you have a 3DS and you're at all interested in this, pick it up. It's amazing. They also implemented a casual mode, which I don't play on, but basically permadeath is completely eliminated. So if a character dies, he comes back at the end of the mission. So if that's what's been keeping you from playing this, your prayers have been answered, I guess. It's amazing. This is actually the reason a friend of mine, Alex, got a 3DS because of this game. So check it out. Loads of fun. And yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. It is great. Another 3DS game I picked up, Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate. That's a very long title. This is a Castlevania game within the world of Lords of Shadow. It plays a lot more like the classic Castlevania games for the NES and Super Nintendo era. It does not play a lot like the Symphony of the Night style RPGs. There is a bit of RPG to it where you get experience from picking up scrolls and killing enemies, but there isn't much beyond unlocking another moveset. So it's not like you become stronger or faster or your defense goes up, anything like that. It just gives you another move you can do. Controls are nice, graphics are nice. There is a bit of a frame rate issue, but not anything that has stopped me from enjoying this game. I got past the first 2 bosses, I think. Maybe 3. I don't know. It's kind of non-linear, or at least it feels that way. I'm sure it is linear, but the way you make your way through the castle, you just kind of walk in on bosses. So I guess it's kind of an odd combination between the castle layouts from Symphony of the Night with classic Castlevania gameplay. It's fun. I don't really have all the best feelings about this yet. I mean, I have played it a bit, like I said, but I don't know. If you're a Castlevania fan, you're probably going to buy this anyway. And if you like Lords of Shadow, this is more of the same. Yeah, it's good. I don't know if I prefer it over the 3 Castlevania games they released on the DS, because I really, really enjoyed those. But, you know, still good for what it is. So if you're interested, pick it up. Let's see. I got 2 PS3 games here. PS3 collecting is probably going to go down a little bit now that they announced the PS4, but there are a couple of games I wanted to snatch up before then. One of them, of course, being No Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. This is a game I've had on pre-order since they started taking pre-orders on Amazon. This is just the standard game. I also bought the gigantic hardcover walkthrough guide for it as well, because I want to be sure to beat this and get all the way through it. I have played this for a while. It is fun. It's a pretty standard RPG, but it's colorful, it's enjoyable, the writing's great. You know, I'll have more to say about this when I get more into it. There's a couple other games in the stack that I've been playing more frequently, but it's a really, really fun RPG. So if you're interested at all, this is an RPG to check out, especially if you like the JRPG style of games. Another RPG I picked up, and this is one I have not gotten to at all, is Hyperdimension Neptune V, or Hyperdimension Neptune Victory. Third game in the Hyperdimension series. I have the other 2. I haven't gotten around to playing this yet because obviously the stories are interconnected, so I need to get through the first and second game. And, but yeah, I just needed to pick this up. These games tend to be very hard to get after release, so I wanted to be sure to pick it up immediately. So, yeah. Don't have anything to say about this yet, but I'm sure if it's anything like the first 2, I'm going to enjoy it, because I did really like the first 2. Alright, so a local store near me was having a buy one get one half off on all video games. So I decided to go pick up 2 that I had kept my eye on. One of them was Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon for the 3DS. I have not played this yet. I literally just got this a couple of days ago. So, and Fire Emblem's been eating up a lot of my 3DS time. But I did want to pick this up because I am a huge fan of Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube, and when they announced this game for the 3DS, it's one of the ones that made me go out and get a 3DS. It was this one and Mega Man Legends 3, but we all know what happened to Mega Man Legends 3. But Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon actually came out, so looking forward to getting into this. I've read that it has a 4-player co-op mode, which is going to be so much fun. So yeah, if you're a fan of the original Luigi's Mansion, try this one out, I guess. It looks like a blast, even though I have not tried it myself. The second game that I got for half off was a game I've been keeping my eye on for a while, which is Dead or Alive 5. This is the Xbox version. I tend to buy multiplats on the Xbox because they tend to play a little bit better, and I like the controller better than the PS2 or PS3 controller style. I'm a huge Dead or Alive fan. This is my favorite fighting series of all time, period. I have all of the games on the original Xbox and all the games on the 360 now. I have the one on the 3DS, and they're even porting this to the Vita, so I will be getting that as well. Couple interesting things about this. They added in a couple of the fighters from Virtua Fighter, which is interesting. I know Akira is one of them, Sarah Bryant is one of them, and there's a third one. I can't remember the name of the character, but there's 3 of them, which is interesting. I like when game companies do that. They do crossovers like that. The other thing I like is none of the characters are downloadable. They're all right here, which is great because according to the head or the lead guy on this game, he said that offering characters for download unbalances the fighting game, because then people who spend the extra $5, $10 per character have an unfair advantage. And then it's more difficult to balance out the game when you're constantly putting characters out. So he made sure that there is no downloadable characters in this game. They're all here. I think they do offer like costumes and things. So, you know, there's that. but the main characters, the main fighters are on here, which is great. One thing I don't like is it has an online pass code on the back of the manual, which I was not aware of, and probably, well, I still would have picked this up, but I don't play online too frequently, so online passes don't really do anything for me. It is just really upsetting that it's becoming more common, because I don't find online passes to be... I think they're trying to price gouge the people that buy it used. I think if you can't deal with a used market, then, you know, that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to pull in some money from a used copy of this, but, you know, that's where 99% of my collection comes from. So, is a used game. So it's a real shame that they've gone that route with this. I think it punishes the people who want to save $1 in a market where we're told to wait for price drops, and the people that, you know, buy the used game, they get punished for having spent $10 extra. It's a whole thing. But anyway, hopefully this game will be as good as 3 being my all-time favorite. 4 had a weird blocking system, but they seem to have fixed that in the 3DS version of Dimensions, so I'm hoping this plays the same as 3 or the one on 3DS. I'm hoping they didn't go with the DOA 4 style. But looking forward to getting into that probably even tonight. And these last 2 games, and I'll show them both at the same time, I guess, is I picked up a copy of Nintendo Land and Mario Brothers Wii U. New Super Mario Brothers U. Yes, I picked up a Wii U recently. The store near my house was having a really good deal on it, so I decided to go down there and pick one up. I got the black one. I don't know if I really should do a system overview. I didn't do an unboxing because there's already thousands of those on YouTube. So if you guys want to see a system overview, you know, let me know. But I just didn't think it was necessary. I can say that I really do like the system as a whole. I was able to transfer over all my Wii stuff. It plays all the Wii games, no problem. The tablet controller is actually surprisingly comfortable and light. And the games for it are fun. These are 2 of the better games, I guess, at launch. Nintendo Land, of course, came with the black version. And Mario U is just a game that you have to get because the price will never go down. But I got a really good deal on the Mario game, because if you bought the system, they give you $50 back, which I immediately bought this with. So this only cost me like $10. It's really fun. It's a really fun system. I am having some issues with it. It has froze on me 3 times. Twice while loading an application, and once while downloading some of my Virtual Console titles on the Wii mode, which forced me to unplug the system from the wall in order to restart it. I'm sure that's something they'll work out, and by the looks of it online, it is something people are having a slight issue with. It doesn't seem to be that bad for me, because I've had it for about a week and it's only done it 3 times. And twice it did it in one day, so hopefully they'll iron all those out. Overall, I think the system's really nice. I think it works well. The games look amazing. I don't know how well it's going to hold up against the PS4 and Xbox 720, but honestly, I didn't buy it to, you know, to hedge my bets. I bought it because I'm a fan of Metroid and Zelda and Mario and Kirby and all of these other franchises they have. It's a Nintendo console. Look, if you're going to buy it, you're buying it for the games Nintendo puts out. You're not buying it for the multi-platforms. You're not buying it for, you know, you're going to buy it for the exclusives and the games that you know you're going to like Mario, Zelda, Metroid, and so on. Which is why I bought it. I'm a Nintendo fan. I have been ever since I was a kid. You know, I'm I think a bigger Sega fan now than I was as a kid, but Nintendo has always been there for me as a kid, and growing up, every system I got, the first one was always a Nintendo system. You know, I got the GameCube before I got an Xbox and PS2. I got a Super Nintendo before I got a Genesis. I got a Wii. Well, okay, I got a Wii right after an Xbox 360 because Wii's were impossible to find. But, you know, I do buy them pretty quickly. And, of course, Their handhelds are amazing. 3DS, DS, Game Boy Advance. So I don't really care how this system's going to perform versus the other two, because I know what I'm going to get with it. I'm going to get my Zelda and my Metroid and my Mario. And there's other games. They've announced Pikmin 3, Bayonetta 2, that I'm really, really, really into playing. So, you know, these two games are fantastic. Really shows off what the tablet controller can do. And I really, really enjoy them. Again, if you guys want to see a system overview of the Wii U, or a more in-depth discussion of my thoughts on it, let me know in the comments, and I might put something together. But those are the games that I've picked up in since the last collection update. A lot of 3DS games. I didn't pick up anything for the Super Nintendo NES or the Vita. Still kind of waiting on some Vita games worth buying that aren't digital downloads. But yep, that's everything I've picked up. Hopefully you guys saw some games that you're interested in. And there's some games in there I can immediately recommend, like Fire Emblem, like Steel Empire, and even Castlevania if you're a fan. I would hold that off if you're a fan of the games. Then I'd tell you to pick it up. But again, if you want a system overview or my thoughts on the Wii U, let me know, and I might throw something together. Other than that, that should wrap it all up, and I will see you guys on the next collection update.